All right, everybody, welcome back to Resistance of Tyranny. So, this is a really kind of unique form of protest that I think some street artists in Southern California have made some street signs and wall art um, on the sidewalks and just like like well, I can't remember the name now. Just big paintings on walls. There's a few different works. One said California Psycho with the image of Governor Newsom on it. Another was a reptilian version of Newsom titled Gruesome, Governor Gruesome. Yeah, because he is starving a lot of people. A sign saying, "Come and take it," with a picture of both a skateboard and a surfboard, because people are now going into those skate parks and the ocean and going surfing against the lockdown orders. I mean, people are just flooding the beaches now. Very interesting idea, in my opinion, and a kind of a cool form of protest, because we're being censored online so much. At least the people with large followings are being censored so much, and so people can find other ways to do this. It's very good, and now there's more platforms coming out, kind of censorship free. And like I mentioned yesterday, that new cryptocurrency Ghost. So by being in control of it, having good people in control of this technology, like I mentioned yesterday, the Neuralink that Elon Musk controls, the driverless cars, Donald Trump being in charge of the vaccines, this type of stuff, the cryptocurrency. And also I completely forgot to mention Trump's Space Force. He's in charge of that as a way to, and I've been kind of thinking about this for a while, that we have corruption through the weapons manufacturers going along with a lot of times being globalist run, but if they're not being bought out and putting their own people in charge, or just destroying the company and kind of buying it up, people with a lot of money, very bad people with a lot of money. But when we have good billionaires like Elon Musk who can do the same thing and be in charge of it as a good person, but what Trump's trying to do is, because we have weapons manufacturers being the ones who have a big influence on false flag operations like 9/11, a lot of those type of things. They have a big influence because it is a compartmentalized project of corporations and unacknowledged special access projects, which is what they both are together. But secret military group of certain selected people, led by a globalist agent, and then also the usually being those weapons manufacturers going along with it, making extra weapons for that purpose, so that it's untraceable from the good people in the government. Where'd this fighter jet go? And it just, or they make. There's a lot of different ways to do it. I've mentioned you can have just buying out the country and having them do the attack, or certain times of history where you didn't have the money to buy out that country and have them do it and just set it up. You actually do it yourself, so the weapons manufacturers make those aircraft look like the enemies, and then that secret military group launches the attack on themselves. So there's kind of a few different ways those can go about. But the main thing is, and the oil companies too, if we can have those government controlled, if we can have those regulated in a way, which is not good at some point because you're going against capitalism by doing that. But not even government controlled, just if we can get them bought out and controlled by really good people, like Elon Musk, having him run them instead of these crazy people running them. Because you don't want to say have the government buy up everything, have the government control everything, because that can lead to totalitarianism, unless it is a good government, which is what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to put forth. But if we can just have good companies take these other companies over, that's a good option for this. But what Trump's trying to do is, with the Space Force, and this is just another example that I'm saying with the vaccine, with the cryptocurrency. He's being in charge of the Space Force. There's already a secret Space Force, which is basically the unacknowledged special access projects, who are, and this is the main thing, is you have a certain secret military group of selected people, like I was saying, and the corporations, oil corporations as well, weapons manufacturers, and the military. Those three things come into one circle of a USAP, and the corporations develop these technologies. The military group shoots them down, the ET craft, and then the corporations reverse engineer them and create their own, and they can use that for their own purposes of deceiving the public, of creating another threat from outer space artificially, because there is none, like I've said, or we'd be gone. If they wanted to take us out for real, they could have now. They're doing this in a way to deceive the public, to bring in, as a backup plan, another way, as one of von Braun warned about. They would use an alien threat to unite everybody into one world government, and I really harped on this. Same thing happened with the coronavirus, economic crises, terrorism. This is really the big one. And so they're using that as a way to bring in a world government and carry out their depopulation. But by Trump being in control of it and being the head of it, knowing there's a secret Space Force, but by him, a good person in the government, having hand in it, not even the government itself saying that, because if we just had a good billionaire in charge of it too, like Elon Musk, I mean, that's a great part of living in democracy, is you have different administrations, and if you're a good person, there's also bad people as well in the administration. But if you don't want the government to control everything, some administrations you wish they would control everything, some you wish they don't. That's just part of democracy. But through having the Space Force, if we can keep good people running it, when another administration comes in and not completely take it over and weaponize it against us, we could use this Space Force as a way for Trump to bring out these free energy technologies, because nobody's benefiting from it if it's developed in the Air Force and experimented with in the Air Force as a whole, not as some secret group. It wouldn't be hidden, it would be out in the open. And that's really the overall goal of this. Like I said, he put in his ad, his campaign ad, the Taurus, the free energy device, the SEG, and that's really what his goal is for the Space Force, is to bring that stuff out into the public by having good people in charge of it, and not some secret group, and having it out in the open, because hiding something, it's a bad thing. You need to have stuff out in the open, and that's how he will win this, I believe. So moving on from that, we also have a bizarre video of a libtard woman, a realtor, as a matter of fact, and I'll put her up at the end of this video. But here's what she said, and I'll put it up at the end here soon. I'm making this video because I'm a little fucking pissed off at the simple fact that people around this town don't wear their masks, don't wear the gloves, says the woman. She said she showed a house to a lady who was coughing 2 seconds later because she wasn't wearing a mask. So it's strange. Little does she know you have to change that mask and gloves every time after every interaction, which just turns us into the bubble people, which cartoons have been written out a long time ago and is really a plan. I mean, divide and conquer. Divide everybody. Don't have people unite around a good thing. Have people unite around a bad thing. Divide and conquer. That's their biggest way of doing this, and the Democratic agenda as a whole is very high in the power structure and has a big influence on this. Not the normal Democrats, but the agenda as a whole, what they're working towards. They don't know it, the individuals in it, but they think they're just being good, pure people, wanting gun control because people are getting shot. But the agenda of that is the death of America and bringing in a world government. She also goes on to say, we're in the shit because of fuckers like that. The woman yells about her potential client, who's probably seen this video and now was like, screw you. Because people are out there on their goddamn boats doing all their bullshit partying. No, I'm not jealous. No, I'm not. Because you know what? I have a fucking yacht. I can just imagine her voice. I mean, she's just a disgusting person. I could go out with my friends and party, but there's a goddamn time and place for everything with just this hatred. Oh, it's disgusting. she doesn't know what she's working with. She doesn't know what she's involved with, what she's going along with, what that's doing to people. And of course, she's a hero to all the libtard liberals. And so I'll put up that video now and see you all tomorrow.
The simple fact that people around this town don't wear the mask, don't wear their gloves. I just finished showing a house right now. The lady was pissed off because I asked her to wear a fucking mask. Like, seriously, woman? And then she's coughing 2 seconds later. Like, it's no goddamn big deal. We're in this shit because of fuckers like that. Because people out there on their goddamn boats doing all their bullshit, partying. No, I'm not jealous. No, I'm not. Because you know what? I have a fucking yacht. I could go out with my friends and party, but there's a goddamn time and place for everything. And now is not the time and place. Now is the time and place to be taking care of yourselves and the people around you. There are people dying. There are people in hospitals risking their lives because of motherfuckers like you who won't wear your mask, who don't wear your gloves, who don't practice social distancing. Yes, Miami's a party town, but the truth is, you know what? There's a time and place for partying and everything. Now is not the time to party. This shit, what? Oh, wow, only in Miami, only in Dade, only in Florida. Let me do it for a fucking video, for a fucking meme, for a fucking goddamn TikTok. Wear your fucking mask, wear your gloves, or we're gonna be quarantined all the way till goddamn September. And we may be spending fucking New Year's in our house because of you fuckers out there who don't wear your mask. And you know what? I give a fucking goddamn rat's ass if you guys get pissed off at me, don't like me, and you know what, you delete me off your social media. You'll probably be doing me a favor, so I don't need fuckers like you. Wear your fucking mask, wear your gloves, so we can get the fuck out of our house, you dumb